You know what the #1 reason for malpractice lawsuits is? It's not bad patient care. It's bedside manner. You could have the absolute best doctor in the world, but if he ticks you off, you can't stand how she practices medicine, are you going to be happy with him? No. You're going to find some reason to get in a confrontation with them. Conversely, you could have the guy that graduated bottom of their class in medical school, but you love the way they treat you and your family. You're much less likely to cause a lawsuit for that patient, for that doctor. The business of bedside manner is what I have discerned or recognized over the years as a 4-step process for creating a general attitude about your business. #1, you've got credibility. Now, your appearance can provide credibility. So your credibility could be from a number of sources. One could be in your appearance. I mean, this is what I actually call a costume. It is not an official uniform, but it goes with my background to establish me as an expert. One of my mottos is function over fashion. And when I'm teaching first aid class and I'm going to be getting down on the floor and doing a bunch of techniques with people who actually work out in the field, this kind of attire provides me a lot more credibility than standing up there in front of the room in a suit and a tie. It just doesn't fit. So you can see what I'm talking about. Credibility is established on 3 levels. In fact, all 4 of these steps are established on the 3 levels: individual, organizational, and industry. So what's your personal credibility? Do people stop laughing when you come into the room? Or worse yet, do they start laughing when you come into the room? That's a credibility problem, folks. So, how about your organization? Are you #2, so you have to try harder? Or are you the laughing stock of the industry? And how about the industry itself? You know, let's look at used car salesman for an example. I mean, that's a stereotypical industry that it has a very poor reputation. Step #2, availability. Now, through this whole process, I'm able to make myself more available to a larger number of people through magneticmembership.com. Availability is a big factor. Think about 911. I mean, wouldn't it be great if we all had just a 3-digit number that everybody could memorize, and all they had to do was call that 3-digit number and they were going to get somebody coming to their help, to their assistance. It would be great if it was us being able to do that. So again, what's your personal availability? What's your organizational availability? And what's your industry's availability? Some industries are very standoffish. It's almost like a secret society that you can hardly get into. And most of those are the professions. Step #3, responsibility. When you call 911, you expect somebody to show up on your door. That's the way it should be. How about when you go to other businesses? Do you get that kind of response? And notice how we're going from what we have to offer to what the patient or the customer, the client, receives. We're moving into that response. This is where they're starting to receive what we can do for them. Again, look at it on an individual basis. Are you one of the most responsive people in your organization? Or do you sit back by the coffee pot and are talking about the daily stats with some other low response salesperson or professional, and you're not providing the kind of service that people expect and want out there? And 4th, my word, empathability. How much can you get into the mind, the heart, the soul, and the body of your client, your customer, your prospect? If you can do that, you're going to be more successful than you have ever dreamed possible. If your organization can do that, you're going to be working with a winning team. And if your industry can do that, you've got it made.